Hello, in this video I am going to show you how to copy over PS1 games that you've got to your hacked PSP. If your PSP isn't hacked with a custom firmware, don't worry, I've got a video covering that and I'll put a link in the description. It literally covers every PSP model, 1000, 2000, 3000, E1000, which is also called the Street PSP, and PSP Go on all firmwares. You basically have to update to the latest firmware, so which is 6.61, and then you can do the hack, and it is untethered as well. So if you watch that video, you're all good to go. So when you get hold of a game, whether you ripped it yourself or you downloaded it, just want to say this video is for educational purposes and I'm not condoning piracy. Okay, so once you've got the game, there's a good chance you'll be in some sort of image format like ISO or .bin and a .q format. If it is, you can't directly play it on your PSP. You need to convert it to a .pbp, which is the PSP sort of executable format. So to do this, if we open up our browser and Google PSX to PSP, I'll provide a link to this in the description. Let's go to the Reddit page and go here, click required program. It'll take you to a mega link on here. Click download. Won't take long, it's only 1.1 megabytes. Once that's downloaded, you will also need something to unzip it, like WinRAR or 7-zip. I'll be using 7-zip. Anything that can unzip RAR is good to go. So you'll need, I'll recommend the normal version, not the alpha or beta or whatever's there. 32-bit or 64-bit to find out which one you need. Just go to here, system properties, and work on Windows 7 and 8 as well. If you say 64-bit operating system, that means you can use either 64-bit or 32-bit version. If you say 32-bit operating system x86, that means you can only use 32-bit. So I'm going to download 64-bit because I have a 64-bit OS. I'll just open that bad boy. I've already got it installed, hence why it's selecting that folder. That's fine. And now we need to extract this. If I right click, 7-zip, extract to, very fast because it is a small file. And in here, and as you can see, I've got the game right here, Crash Bandicoot Warped. I already own this. I own it physically. I own it on the, what's it called? What is it called? What I was going to say. Can't remember what I was going to say. On the PS Store. So I own it in a few different methods. So we want to convert that. Open up PSX to PSP. It'll ask you which mode you want to go through. Theme, classic, whichever is up to you. I prefer theme so you can actually see what it looks like. Click OK. Okay, so you can go to options. There's a bunch of stuff that you can change. Honestly, you generally want to leave this stuff as the default. And now we don't need to deal with this, or you can do that and that just shows what it basically looks like. If you go to convert menu, and in here, if you have a game with one disk, you just go to file 1. If you have multiple disks, this is the cool thing. You just click that, and I think, what was that game? Star Wars Rebel Squadron, whatever it was, and multiple 2 disks. You just go to file 2. It's not letting. I'm scrolling up and down now. It wasn't letting me select it for some reason. So you scroll up and down, just get it. I find because I've zoomed in a bit on the screen, sometimes it messes up. And just go to file 1, then file 2, etc. Click on the 3 dots, go to the folder where your file is, select the .bin file, select the output PBP folder. I'm going to put it on the desktop. Do not worry, you won't actually put the files on the desktop. You'll create a folder first, which is very useful. It's picked up the game title, which is nice, the game ID and the app save ID. If you have some patches, you can click apply patches right there. That's what it's going to look like. So it looks a bit boring, so let's actually add a background, and I'll just recommend that you Google name of the game, go to the images and just find something. If it doesn't pop up put something like 512 by 512 to get a square image. Save image, go to desktop. This is square enough. And go to customize PVP. You can put an icon image, background image, which is what pops up here, information image as well. You can even put background music, all that stuff. I'm going to keep it simple and just put a background image. And now that's what it'll look like, which is pretty darn cool. Go to convert. If you are trying to go from a PBP file to an ISO, you just click extract ISO and then you'll extract the ISO. The principle is the same. So click convert. You'll start doing it. Depending on how fast your computer is will vary, and the game that you choose will depend on how fast this does it. But honestly, it's not going to take too long at all, so you won't have to be waiting like hours and hours. Once it's done, you'll say done. Final compression is 53%, which is pretty cool. Click OK. And we got this SUS folder right here. I generally prefer to rename the folder, it doesn't matter if you do, to what it is. The other one is named slightly differently, so that's fine. And we can close this down now. And obviously put this folder in somewhere safe, and then you can reuse that. So what we're gonna do is switch over to our PSP. I'm gonna hit record now, and so you have one or two options. You can either plug a cable in for PSP Go. It is a proprietary cable. For any of the other PSPs, it's a mini USB cable, and go all the way to the left, go to USB connection. Or you can take the memory card out if you're copying it onto a memory card and put that into some sort of adapter, some sort of memory card reader hub, and plug that into your computer. Either way, as long as you can access the storage, you're good to go. So I'm going to click X. Folders pop up on my computer. Two pop up because of the PSP Go. You have internal and memory card storage. Okay, so I'm going to close. It's your choice which one you want to copy it to. This is the internal storage, I believe. I'll copy it onto here. You go to PSP. If for some reason this should be, but if there isn't a folder called PSP, just create it all uppercase. Then in here you want a folder called game. If it's not there, just create it all uppercase. Now in here, you just copy this over. Again, shouldn't take too long because PS1 games generally aren't very big. With the compression, it'll probably be a fair bit smaller as well. But you just gotta wait patiently. And it's that EBOOT.pvp that this, that is required that it will be running. Like I said, I've got a video covering how to actually install custom firmware on your PSP. Feel free to check that out, and then you can come directly to this video. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to switch back to the PSP and press circle. Let's go to the right. There it is, and it pops up with, let's see if I can get it focused a bit more. It's a little hard to focus, and my flash won't turn on anymore. Flash is turned on now. So there it is. If you had selected a background, it would appear in the background. If you had selected some background music, it would pop up here. That's just about bleed the resume, click X. Don't worry if it takes a bit of time. I find PS1 games take a bit of time for the launch PS1 thing to run anyway. Then you get that old classic sound. Man, that sounds so good. There we go. If I press start, flash has turned off. My phone is moaning back. High temperature. Skip all this. And there we go. So that is, I'm just going to quit the game now. and you can pause it if you want to. So that is how you copy over PS1 games to your PSP. You have to convert the ISO or the bin file to a PBP file. Also, this video showed if you have a PBP file and you need to go back to an ISO file, some sort of image that you need to run that on some other, let's say, emulator or platform that doesn't support PBP, this has you covered as well. So that's it. Pretty simple stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to pop us a message in the Discord group. There'll be a link in the description. You can go straight to the PSP channel for all things PSP, or feel free to browse around and check out what everyone else is doing. So that's it. If you have any questions, you know where to go. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.